Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? I have the winter coat on tonight. It's not actually even that cold, as seen by the fact that I have these Champion sweat shorts on and Birkenstock sandals with a t-shirt and my winter coat. I'm really styling it tonight, you can see. But anyway, it's a little bit chilly. I am super tired, you guys, tonight. I don't know how long this vlog is going to be. I'm going to vlog a little bit, and then I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm feeling like something junky, like Burger King or Taco Bell or something, honestly. The Impossible Whopper, maybe. Just like whatever. I just want some comfort food. I have like one episode left of Dragula, and I want to just sit there and watch it. And then maybe go to bed, I don't know. I'm super tired. I have not, like I talked about this last night a little bit, but I have not felt super motivated the last couple days. Where is that? My lip balm. Where did I put it? I know I put it back in here, I thought. My sparkly lip balm. I guess I didn't put it back in there. But anyway, I haven't felt super motivated like it's just been like the last 2 days. It hasn't been a long time, but I think, you know, I got back from Florida and re-entry after a vacation, no matter how long, is always tough for me. I feel so blessed to be able to, you know, go on vacation, but even just going for a couple days, like it's always tough for me to like come back and like get used to just what I'm doing. And then like, you know, last week with having to go to stuff with my friend's passing, and which that wasn't even, you know, a huge part of my week. And then it just was, there was a lot of stuff that I was doing, you know, and then yesterday, I said this in the vlog, but like I took the day off from like making any videos and stuff. And then I woke up today and I was kind of beating myself up. I was like, well, I woke up today and I was like super tired when I woke up. I think I'm like, I don't know that I would say that I'm suffering from like seasonal depression. Like I don't feel like that, but I definitely believe in it, and I definitely believe in seasonal affect disorder. And you know, like waking up in Florida where it's like sunny and you see the ocean and it's warm, it's like, you know, then you come back and it's like, today was really gloomy. It was really dark in Indianapolis, and I woke up and I had a hard time getting motivated today. I just really, really struggled getting motivated to do anything. And I was kind of beating myself up that I hadn't posted any videos yesterday. And I talked about this on my Peterisms video tonight that I posted, because I just kind of went in there and just talked about being, you know, lacking motivation and whatever. Because I think there's this perception, you know, on my Peterisms channel especially, that like I'm positive and upbeat all the time, which I try to work towards being, because like I say, you know, like this is not a dress rehearsal, you know. I want to enjoy each and every day, and I want to be grateful for it. That being said, there are still days that I wake up and I'm not inspired and I don't feel motivated. And the last 2 days yesterday I felt more like I just needed to relax. I felt tired. Today, I really lacked feeling inspired and motivated. Not by life, but just to do anything, really. Like, I mean, I didn't feel happy and I didn't feel sad. I just felt kind of blah, you know? And, which is totally fine. You know, we're gonna have days like that. But I was kind of beating myself up for, this is what I was gonna say, about not filming videos yesterday. Because I was like, you know, okay, I have a real issue when you hear YouTubers talk about, oh, like, it's so hard for me to upload one video a week, and I just really, really struggle getting this all done, and blah, 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 whatever, and, you know, I have all this stuff going on in my life, and I'm like, okay, but, like, that's your job, you know, and you have a blessed life as a result of this. And I'm not talking about any one YouTuber. I feel like I watch a lot of YouTubers that talk about that, right? It's like they'll do anything to get to this certain point, and then when they're at that certain point, it's like they don't really want to do the work that goes into it. You know what I mean? And I feel so honored and so privileged that anybody wants to watch my videos on one channel, let alone 5, you know, that any day that I don't take advantage of posting videos on those channels, like I really feel like I've let down my like BookTube channel lately. And I just announced in my BookTube video today that I am going to, like, my aim for December, my goal, like my high goal would be to post a video every single day on BookTube. But that's my high goal. I know I'm not going to reach that, and that's okay, but I'm going to do my best. Because I miss posting videos over there, but in all reality, you know, I always post my drama video first, and then I usually go over and do my Peterisms video, and then I do my review video, and then my book, and the vlog, I mean, I post that when I get up, and then the BookTube video is what is the last one that I film. Well, when I get started late, like today I didn't even start filming videos till like 6:30, so I didn't get done filming my videos till like 9:30, and it's 10:10 right now. And then I come home and I eat something, and then I, you know, get back in the car in a couple hours and I do the vlog. But I feel like blessed that I have that, you know, that people actually want to watch my videos and stuff. So I was kind of beating myself up today. I was kind of like, you know, you really should have posted at least one video yesterday other than your vlog, and, you know, and I just get so many really, really nice comments from people, and they're like, thank you for your videos. They get me through hard times. And so then I feel like, you know what, it's like, am I really all that I can't sit down and film a video for 10 minutes, you know, like, if it makes somebody happy or they laugh or, you know, whatever, like, and I enjoy doing that, and I feel like it's a huge privilege that I've been given, that I'm able to do that, you know what I mean? Like, so I was kind of beating myself up, and then I got out of the house late to go get coffee, and then I got stuck in traffic, and then I had to go to the post office, and I had to stand in line while I was just like, everything was so slow moving, which I didn't really care, but it was like, I wanted to get home to get these videos done, you know? And it just seemed like the whole day was like moving so slow. And I was like, okay, but I want to get these videos done today, because like I didn't do any yesterday, you know? That was a choice, but I didn't do any yesterday. And so I called my sponsor, and I was talking to her on the phone, and she's like, well, what's going on? And I said, I'm just lacking a lot of motivation today. And, you know, we've talked, but I said, you know, we went to Miami, and she was like, well, was Miami not a good time? And I said, no, we had a great time in Miami. And I said, I think that's part of the problem. It's like, you know, now that Alex and I are actually looking at being there, realistically, you know, like part-time, it's harder to leave. It's like, I'd like to stay down there longer, especially when the weather's nice and it's gloomy here. And she's like, oh, I totally get you, you know, because she likes warm weather too. And, you know, and I said, I feel like I know everything that I need to do to get back to where I woke up and I was just feeling inspired on a daily basis. And she's like, well, what is it? And I said, you know, like, when I wake up in the morning, I do my prayers, my meditations, my affirmations, I do all of that kind of stuff. But I used to do like a gratitude list in the morning, and I still do in my head. But like, let's just say if like before I would like make a cup of coffee, I would put on a Lush, you know, cup of coffee face mask, and, you know, like go outside with the dogs in the summer, and they would run around the yard. Well, they don't want to do that because it's cold outside. And, you know, then I would sit there with a cup of coffee, and I would read like several meditations, and I would really take my time getting started in the morning. Well, whereas I still do that, I don't ever do the cup of coffee face mask ever. Like, I haven't done it in probably a couple months. And, you know, like, I don't make a cup of coffee before I leave the house. Rarely do I ever, which seems small, but it's, you know, a couple moments of really taking care of yourself. And then you know, if I'm reading a meditation, I usually stand in the kitchen and I read it, instead of like actually sitting down and being like, okay, this is a process of me getting some spiritual foundation back. And so I don't have what I used to have, you know, like, and then in the evenings, like my nighttime routine, I never do that anymore, you know, like I come upstairs and I plug in my phone and I, you know, talk to the dogs in bed and stuff because Alex is asleep by that point. But like, I just don't ever, I'm talking about like when I finally go to sleep, you know, after the vlog is done and stuff. But I don't ever like do the hydrating face mask and all that stuff to get ready. And, you know, I used to do a gratitude list every day and all this kind of stuff. And she said, well, yeah, she was like, you know, gratitude is greatly underrated, you know, the action of gratitude. And I said, and I know that, you know, and I have felt this yearning in the last, like, let's say month or so that I've been talking a lot about gratitude. Like, I need to be doing a gratitude list again, you know. It's like, for me, like, I always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, I did the gratitude list for a year and it really made me feel so great, grateful. But no, I did, I felt great, you know, as a result of it. But then I stopped doing it. And partly because it was like some nights I would just want to, I mean, in all honesty, it was just nothing more than I would just want to come home and just go to bed. Like, I just didn't want to like sit down and write out the list and read it out loud. I just wanted to go to bed. But the payoff is that I, you know, like, go to sleep and I'm having a harder time turning stuff off before I go to sleep. Just like stuff I need to do the next day, you know? And I'm also, so like, I'm not like bookmarking my day the way that I used to, you know? And so my sponsor was like, well, so what do you think you need? And I said, I think I need to get back to what I was doing before. And she said, yeah, she said, it sounds to me a little bit like your spiritual foundation has faded a little bit. And she said, you know, we're only as good as the condition of our spiritual foundation, which I totally 100% believe. And so like, I knew all these things I needed to do. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to start doing that gratitude, that magic book by Rhonda Byrne. It's like 30 days of magic, or 30 days of gratitude. When I did that book, I felt so good. Like, I can remember when I was doing it and Alex said, this is the happiest you've ever been since I've been with you. Well, why would I not want to be the happiest that I've ever been, you know? So I'm going to do that book again. And I'm going to also start doing a gratitude list every day. Well, in that book, when you do that book, you do a gratitude list every day. That's part of the action that you do. It's like there's assignments every day. So I'm going to start doing that, and then after that, just continue doing a gratitude list every day. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it was working, you know? So I actually titled my Peterisms video this, but I just kind of have felt blah the last 2 or 3 days, you know? So I don't know. But then I came home after I talked to her, because after I talked to her, then I felt inspired. Then I felt motivated, you know? I was like, okay, I have a plan. I know what I'm going to do. Like, when I have a plan, then I feel good, you know? Because I'm like, okay, here's the plan. Here, we're going to institute it. I'm going to go home. I'm going to film these videos that I've been wanting to film. You keep still texting me. I'm going to film these videos that I want to film. And then, you know, like, I'm going to rest tonight. And then I'm going to do all of my facial stuff before I go to bed. And then tomorrow when I wake up, I'm going to do all of my morning ritual stuff. And I'm good. Tomorrow's going to be the day, you know, like, we're going to wake up tomorrow, we're going to be in a good mood, and I'm a believer in that, you know, that you can, you know, I have nothing to be blah about. Like, I have an amazing life, and I need to be grateful for that. And so if I'm not in gratitude, then I need to get my butt back into gratitude, you know what I mean? So that will be what I do starting tomorrow. Well, going to bed tonight, I'm going to do all that, and then starting tomorrow. But I think it's also kind of like a shift in perspective too, because I haven't felt this way in so long. And I do think that, you know, like, I've talked about this on here before, when people will be like, oh, you say every day you're content, you're happy, we get it, right? But like, I think I started taking that for granted, like how grateful I was, or how happy and content I felt on a daily basis. That I typically feel like that 90% of the time. I'm somebody that really does kind of wake up on the right side of the bed most days. Like, I don't typically wake up feeling tired and exhausted and just kind of blah. Like, that's not typical for me. Now, there have been periods in my life where that was typical, And that was day in and day out for a long time. But today, when I'm feeling that, I need to take a look at like what's going on in my life. Like, why am I feeling that way? And if there's not any one thing that I'm feeling that way for, then it's, am I just not doing the work, my recovery work? You know, am I just not doing like, and this is why people do continue to go to meetings for 30, 40, 50 years, you know? Because it's so easy to fall back into that thinking, you know? And I think alcoholics and addicts, well, I know that alcoholics and addicts, you know, we think of the glass as half empty instead of half full. I view the world that way. So it's just about taking the tools and the skills to get back there, you know? But, so yeah, so I got all that stuff done. Alex came home. He got done with work about 6. And then he had to go over and help his mom with a bunch of social media stuff tonight. So he had to leave there at 8:30. He was exhausted. I felt bad for him. He was really tired today. And so he came home and he helped feed the dogs. And then he rested for like an hour. And then he was so excited because she got done with her work stuff a little early, so he was able to go over there early. But I just texted him and he wasn't. They're not anywhere near being done. And he's tired, so. Yeah, so anyway. You know, there was a time when I would never reach out to my sponsor. You know, I talked to her today, and she was like, well, I'm so glad that you reached out to me. And I said, well, you know, back in the day, I said I wouldn't. You know, I would just want to solve this stuff on my own, or this will pass. Not this too shall pass, but like this will pass, this feeling. And that's true. I do think that me just feeling blah. I didn't know there was a Baskin Robbins over there. I love Baskin Robbins. When I was a little kid, I used to get those clown ice cream cones. You know what I'm talking about, with the cone that's upside down. The head was the ice cream, scoop of ice cream. But anyway, and then it had actual frosting on it. There's something about ice cream and frosting together that tastes so good. When I was a little kid, I used to always get, since my birthday is in the summer, I used to always get an ice cream cake. And, but anyway, I am a believer that, you know, this blah feeling or feeling stuck or whatever will pass. But I also believe that I have tools and skills that will get me through it quicker. And so what's my choice? To stay stuck until it just passes? Or to, to stay stuck in it, or to use the skills and the tools that I have to move through it quicker. So this is a speedway that was actually in the book The Fault in Our Stars, and supposedly where they filmed it, but they didn't film it here. They filmed the movie in Pennsylvania, I think. I gotta see what somebody is texting me. Dun, 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 dun. I reviewed these cheap candy advent calendars today on my review channel. And I really wanted to review the Disney bundle. Well, what I really wanted to review was, I got these dog advent calendars. But the PB kept on having diarrhea today, and then he didn't want to eat his dinner. And when Alex came home, Alex said, he doesn't seem to me like he feels well. Well, I didn't think he seemed sick. And I go, why do you think that? And he goes, well, his tail is like real tight on his butt. And I said, I think it's because he's had so much diarrhea, Alex. Like, that's how he acts when he has diarrhea. I mean, he seemed fine to me. He coughed only once today. But this is just kind of how it is at this point. It makes me sad. I mean, it's not, you know, a month of perfect health, and then it's like this. Like, it's like, you know, 3 or 4 days he's in great health, and then there's a day that he just doesn't feel well. And today was one of those days, and he just kept on having diarrhea over and over and over. I felt so bad for the little guy. And Alex is like, well, and then he was trying to eat, and Alex was sitting there. I was like, well, I said, you know, maybe, you know, like the vet always says, like, if they're having like diarrhea, they're throwing up a lot, you know, pull up their food and like give it a couple hours or maybe a day before they eat, you know, because he can't keep anything down. So, but he just filmed videos with me and he seemed fine. And I've only heard him cough once today, so I think he's having a hard time with the cold winter. I don't think he likes it going up and down. I think the weather messes with him with it going up and down, but I always worry about him, you know. And Boo Radley, I took them out tonight, like when I got done filming all my videos at about 9:30. I took them out, and at night I take them out, you know, in the front yard, because I can't see them as well in the backyard at night. There's like motion sensor lights and stuff that come up there, but I can't really see them as well. And we have like a patio light, but like they go down to the edge of the grass back there near the woods, and I can't see them at night. And so I always take them out front. Boo Radley has become the wanderer of the world. Like, Pee-Pee and Tucker, like, they go to the end of our driveway, and then they go to our neighbor's house, and to their mailbox, and then they, like, sniff a million times, and then they come back down, right? And I walk down there with them. Well, Boo used to go down there with them. Now, Boo's going the other direction, towards, like, the other side of the pool, and that side of the street. I don't know what he's interested in down there, but he'll like smell a spot and then move and smell a spot and then move and then smell a spot. And I don't know what is going on with him, but he's so interested with everything down there. I'm like, Boo Bradley, you are so funny. So he's real interested in whatever's going on down there, though. And then he looked up, and I said, I was like, Boo Radley. Hey, Boo Radley. And he just doesn't look up, right? And then all of a sudden he like looks up. He hears me and he like looks up. And because we used to think that he, like when we first got him, we thought maybe he was deaf because he has not learned. I mean, I think maybe finally he knows his name, or now finally he knows his name. But for the longest time, he just would never respond if you said anything to him. And then the vet was like, no, he's not deaf. Because we thought he was deaf, you know. And so now what he'll do is, like tonight he did this. I'll be like, Boo Radley. Boo. Boo Radley. And then he'll finally like look up, and then he looks around, and he realizes Tucker and Pee-Pee aren't out there anymore, because I usually just let them inside, and I'm standing out there alone with Boo. And then he'll see me, and then all of a sudden he'll just go, pew, and he just like runs up towards me. He's so cute. He's so darn cute. I love my dog so much. This guy has been like driving next to me for like ever now. It feels like I keep on looking over, and he's like right next to me every time I look over. I wonder where I put that lip balm. I'll be so mad if I lost my... Oh, here it is. I just looked over and it was sitting in the corner. I was like, oh my God, hell's bells. Anyway. If you can get these at Ulta, okay? They're $20 though, which I think is really pricey for this. But I think for like a really fun stocking stuffer or like a Secret Santa gift, I think these are so great. I'm like in love with these. I think like a work Secret Santa gift, I think these would be so great. Because you know, like for your Secret Santa, you're always trying to like find something that's different. It's gonna stop, hold on a second. Okay, you know, like your work Secret Santa, you're always trying to find something that's different. And it's like you have to like spend $20 or $10 or whatever, you know? And you can never figure out like the perfect thing to get them. This would be like, don't you think this would be really good? Although I wish it was like two for $20 instead of, I mean, one for $20 is expensive, don't you think? I think it is. Well, I mean, the Shane Dawson root beer lip balm is $18, so I guess it's not a whole lot different. And this is Lip Smackers. Donnie was like, where did you get that? I was like, it was sent to me by Alyssa. She's so sweet. Donnie was jealous. She's like, did you get one or did you get two? I go, I'm keeping both of them. So you just pause off, gal. They're fantastic. I love them. I don't know what just happened to my car. Do you hear that? It's saying I'm in like M mode or something though. I don't know what this is. Did you hear that? Okay, hold on a second. What did it just do? Oh my God, that was the weirdest thing. I had pulled it into like, okay, now it's back to normal. It was like an M. I don't know what I did. I must have pushed it over by accident. When I'm driving here and I'm talking to you guys, I always like, you know, sit here and I mess with this thing. I don't even know what M is. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna turn around and then I'm gonna go towards getting some food. I'm hungry. I still have the hummus that I got last night at home. Did I even let you go? Oh, you know what? I have some of this vegan ramen at home too. That I could just have instead of actually getting like. That might be better. Oh, and I have some of that corn at home too. Maybe I'll just do that. I've got all that stuff at home. I mean, it's not a whole lot healthier. It's like so much sodium, but. So I have this street corn that I love, that I make. And then I have this vegan ramen, which is like so delicious. I think I did a review on it on my review channel. And then I have this hummus that I love. It's a spinach artichoke hummus. I can't remember what that brand is. May all your cranberries be Sprite new. I cannot find this cranberry Sprite anywhere. I have looked everywhere for this limited edition cranberry Sprite. I can't find it anywhere. Okay, Valerie, she and I were talking about it, and she's like, I think it's ginger ale. And I go, is it? She goes, yeah, I think it's Canadian Dry. I go, well, they may have it, but I think it's Sprite. She's like, well, I think it's Canadian Dry. I can't find it. And so their proof is in the pudding, Valerie. Valerini. I call her Valerini. That it is Sprite, because I just read it. And this this billboard over here with this poor gal on it I am so tired of it. It's like they need to change that billboard. Do you ever get sick of seeing the same billboards over and over and over again? You get 7 full days to see if you love your car. What is that? Carvana. I don't really understand that Carvana thing. Do you guys get it? Like, they built one, you know, like near us, kind of. It's like one of those like 4-story glass things, and then they have cars in it, and you can like order. I don't get it. It's just like a regular car dealership, but it just looks bougie. I mean, I'm really not lying. Like, I don't understand this at all. I'm so confused by this Carvana thing. Do I need to order a car through Carvana? It makes you want to buy your car from there, though, I will tell you that. Like, if you're like me and you didn't know anything about car dealerships and stuff, it makes you want to buy your car through Carvana. Can you believe it has almost been a year since I've had this car? It feels like it was just yesterday that I was out. Like, was it January or February that I got the car? It seems like it was just yesterday that I was, I don't know, maybe it was December. I don't think it was. But it seems like, no, it had to have been like January, because I was like out in the snow, like trekking through the car dealership. You know, I see a lot of Jeep Wranglers. Do you remember I used to talk about that all the time, how bad I wanted a Jeep Wrangler? My husband will be getting one in July when his lease is done. He wants one so bad. So he's going to get like a 2020, probably lease one, brand new one, fully loaded. That's what he wants. But I used to want a Jeep Wrangler so bad, and I still do. I still think they're real cute. But I have to say that, like, I have never once, people ask a lot, I don't know why this is a big secret, but people are like, does Peter ever talk about what kind of car he drives? So I have a Jeep Cherokee. Before this, I drove a Ford Escape. And you know, at the time that I got this car, I went and I looked at Jeep Cherokees, and I went and I looked at Jeep Wranglers. And the difference for me was that well, first of all, Jeep Wranglers are really expensive. I mean, Jeep Cherokees are expensive too, but I got a pretty good deal on this compared to the Jeep Wranglers. The Jeep Wranglers are adorable, and they're very, you know, adventurous looking and all that kind of stuff. But when I test drove the Jeep, and this is a 2017 Jeep Cherokee, it was used when I got it. I think it had like 20,000 miles on it. Well, when I drove it, you know, it had and I talked about this the other night, but it has the heated seats, and it has the vented seats, and it has the heated steering wheel, and I mean, the heat is incredible in here. Like, Valerie gets in my car, and she's like, within 5 minutes, she's like, can you turn down the heat, please? Like, it is so hot in here. And I said, now you understand on my vlog when I'm like, okay, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too hot, it's too cold. I think it's actually off right now. But the heat is fantastic. The stereo system is like great. I mean, everything about this, it has a really nice sunroof. It's just a really nice car, and I stand behind these. Now, I know that getting it serviced and stuff is expensive. I've actually driven a Jeep Cherokee before, so I drove like a Hunter Green one before, and would you call that a Hunter Green or an Army Green? I don't know what you would call that, but anyway, I drove that before, and I loved it. But the reason I ended up getting a new car was because, oh, you know, the new car that I got after that was a Nissan Xterra. The reason that I ended up getting I'm trying to think of what year that would have been, because I drove that Nissan Xterra 10 years. That's probably like my favorite car I've ever driven. They stopped making them because I really wanted one. I went and looked, I went to see if I could find them, and they had some used ones, but anyway, they're like, they have nothing inside of it that's nice, no like nice radio or anything, but that was a really nice car to drive. I was actually driving my Nissan Xterra when I had my seizure. I've told that story about 1,000,000 times, but anyway, so it would have been before that, so it would have been about 25 or 26 maybe when I got it. 25 or 26. No, that can't be right. Well, maybe. Because then with my ex, I got a Ford Explorer, this Pearl. It was like, pearl, it was beautiful. And then I got, after that, I had that with Alex too, and then I got a Ford Escape. I've always driven SUVs. And now I drive this. I don't know when I would have driven that Jeep Cherokee. Probably in my early 20s. Well, it was after I got sober, so. But anyway, one of the reasons why I got rid of it was like the last 3 months that I had it, it needed major repairs on it. And each of the major repairs was like $700 or $800. And I remember saying something to my dad about it. And my dad was like, well, you know, he was, because I was like, oh my God, like my whole paycheck is going to these repairs. And he was like, well, when you drive a nice car, you know, like nice cars have nice, or, you know, I mean, this isn't like this is a Porsche, but he was like, you know, expensive cars have expensive repairs, which is true. But I don't regret getting this car. I really like this car. Now, I've put quite a few miles on this car from doing vlogs and, you know, quite a few. I do need to go get this car washed, and I need to get it cleaned inside and out, is one of the things I want to do, though, in the next couple weeks. So it's like spotless inside. It's funny, like, when I think about that, like, all the things that, like, happened since I started vlogging. There's, like, pre-vlog and post-vlog. Like, things that happened, like, before I started vlogging and things that happened, like, after I started vlogging, like, not, like, of the day, like, started that day, but, like, in general, when I started vlogging. Like, I don't really remember a lot of, like, I can't remember sometimes, like, what happened, you know, since the vlog has been going and what happened before. Like, the very first vlog I ever did was New Year's Eve 3 years ago, and that was when Alex and I took, like, his entire family to this New Year's Eve party downtown somewhere, the Regent's Tower, I think. And, like, his grandma went, and everybody was, like, in the video that night. That's the very first video that we ever did. And, you know, when I started this vlog, the videos were like 10 minutes long on here. And then think what happened was I just like one night started randomly I don't even remember how it happened, in all honesty. I just started randomly talking about something, and it went really long that night, and people liked it. People responded to it, you know. We're like, oh, I like the longer vlog. And so that's just what happened. And then, you know, over time I tried to keep them between like 30 minutes and an hour. And now I try to keep them, you know, like most days I try to keep 45 minutes to an hour, because I think that most people that listen to this vlog, they listen to it, you know, while they're cleaning or driving to work, or, you know, it's part of like that kind of thing. So I try to keep them longer, you know, like around an hour-ish. Today is not going to be that long, I can tell you that, but somebody was saying to me the other day, they're like, it's so funny, or it's so weird that the holidays are here already. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm kind of ready for it. And I really am. Oh, man. Ready to watch some holiday movies and just spend time with family and do all that, you know, and relax. And I need to buy some flannel sheets. Like Alex and I were talking about that, and I want to go get some flannel sheets. I think I'm just going to go to Bed Bath & Beyond, because I was so impressed when I went through the last time with everything that I found. If I could do my bedroom like anyway, like Alex would not like some of the stuff they have, but did you know that UGG has an entire line of bed stuff, like bedding, blankets and sheets and everything, and it's really nice. And I have to say, like, in comparison to some other bedding, it's not super expensive. I was pretty impressed with it. But like some of the blankets, like I want one of those blankets that's like, you know, like the knitting that's like this big, but then it's like, you know what I'm talking about, like the knitted blanket. Our dogs would destroy it. I want one of those so bad, but our dogs would absolutely destroy it. Like, not they wouldn't tear at it, they just would, like, you know, it just would not be a good thing. Plus, right now, you know, I got this big comforter so that Alex and I could sleep underneath it together, and, you know, because we always had our separate comforters. Okay, so got rid of the two comforters that we had separate, right? And now he has this ugly brown old comforter that I had on my bed like 15 years ago, and it's like this thin, right? And so he takes his side of the comforter and he folds it over onto my side, and he puts the brown comforter down because he's so hot. He's like, this comforter is so hot. Last night, we have the heat in our house set at 70, okay? Now, most nights, it's like 37 right now. It was 40. Most nights, it's getting below, what do you call it? Most nights, it's getting, most nights, it's getting below, you know, 30 degrees. So it's cold outside. So last night, it was like, the house was set to 70, and the fan is on, like, high, like, full blast in our bedroom. And he shouted down, he was like, can you turn the heat down just like a couple degrees? It's so hot up here. He gets so hot. Alex runs like hot-blooded anyway, you know? And, like, if you touch his skin, like, his skin is really warm. And he's like, it is so hot up here. And I'm like, I'm sorry, babe. And I turned it down. And I mean, he was just like sweating hot last night in bed. And he's not sick or anything, you know? So he can't have that full. And that comforter is fantastic. But I have to tell you, I love wrapping it around me, and then the dogs get underneath it. It's so comfy. It's totally fine for me, but I always do have one leg out, air conditioned. I call it air conditioning my leg, because my mom used to say that. She'd say I'm air conditioning my leg, and I do it, and I always have the fan right on my leg and my face, because I love it. It's the truth. I don't know what I want to eat. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know if I just want to get that stuff at home, or if I want to get something. I don't know. I would be kind of tired, but I'm kind of like awake right now. I was like, I'm going to film all these videos and then I'm going to be really tired. But one of the reasons why I want to, I still have not finished Let It Snow, you guys. I like start listening to it and then I get tired and I go home. I'm like, I want to vlog early tonight so that I can either watch some Netflix or so that I can listen to Let It Snow and finish that. So that's why I wanted to kind of vlog early. And plus, I didn't put it up till late, but yesterday's vlog I had done and uploaded, like, oh my god, my phone charged really quick tonight. I put it in the charger at like 46%, and it's now at 74. Do your phone chargers in your car, do they like take forever to charge up? Like it doesn't charge fast in my car. Do you ever wonder where all these people are driving to? They're driving home, they're driving here, they're driving there. Maybe they're driving to their work. I love when you drive up next to somebody and they just look like this. My favorite thing in the entire world is when you drive up next to somebody and they're like singing real loud. They're like performing in their car. I love that because that is so me. I'm always performing in my car. I actually can't believe that Alex hasn't texted me and said that he's done yet because it's 11:15. I'll pull in here in a second and text him and be like, he was hoping that his mom was going to make him dinner because he was really hungry. For some arepas. So he was like, I think she might cook for me tonight. I'm so happy. I can't believe I filmed 5 videos and got them up today. So we picked our December book, if you didn't hear, for the book club. Well, we already picked our January book, but we're not telling anybody about it yet. It's going to be a good one. I'm really excited about it. Well, we kind of semi-picked it. So, Mel, when you're hearing this and you're like, oh, we did pick the book? Don't be coming for me. Because then she texts me and she'll say, oh, I didn't know we picked the January book yet. And I'm like, well, we basically talked about it. So, okay. But the December book is The Good Nurse. And it's about this nurse that killed, like, I looked over there and I was like, why is my mirror tilted in this? It's not. It's just like the reflection over there of the like heat grate thing. But anyway, it's about that nurse that lived in, I think, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and he killed like 300 people. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I can't remember what his name is because I just read the synopsis today, but it sounded so good. And he was caught in 2003, and then he was sentenced, I think, in 2006. Okay, can I just tell you of all the Christmas music? Because my favorite channel that I listen to on Sirius, in case you want to listen along with me. So then when you're listening to it during the day and I'm listening to it during the day, you can say to yourself, oh my God, Peter is probably listening to it right now and he's probably singing. And I would say you're probably right. Okay, but anyway, my favorite channel, Sirius Christmas station, is, well, I have it plugged in. It's 5, but the channel 73, Jazz, Standards and Classical, 73 Holiday Traditions, and my favorite band that they play on there is the Ray Conniff Band. I love it. I don't know why, but I do. Okay. I'm gonna look at some stuff and text my husband and... Okay. Tomorrow night we have our meeting, home group meeting, with Tanya Jean Applestein. Prettiest girl I've ever seen. Okay. I don't know what I want to eat. I don't know if I want to get food or if I don't want to get food. But I do want to tell you this. We're at 21 minutes and 9 seconds, and so I think I'm going to end the vlog now because I don't really have a whole lot more exciting stuff to tell. I know the vlogs have been a little bit shorter the last couple days, but I'm going to try to make them longer this week and tell some stories and all that kind of stuff. Do some story times over here, you know? Anyway, I don't know what that was. Anyway. I hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Life is not a dress rehearsal, and you're exchanging a day of your life on it. You're exchanging a day of your life for it. And really think about that. Like today, I really am exchanging a day of my life for today. So I got to do something today, you know, that makes me happy, which is why today I didn't want to be stuck. I didn't want to lack motivation, and I didn't want to lack inspiration. I wanted to be inspired and enjoy my day. So I'm coming out of it. I'm coming out of it. So for any of you out there that are feeling stuck, we can do this together, you know? But I feel unstuck now. I feel pretty good. So anyway, make the most of your day and enjoy it to the most. Do something that will make you happy. Do something that will make you proud. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you say, I love you, you are valuable, and you are important. And that you believe that in your heart of hearts. Try something new, do a gratitude list, do your affirmations on a daily basis, and most importantly, make sure that you pass it on to somebody else and let them know how important they are to you and how much they affect your life in a positive way. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye! Love ya! I forgot to love you. Love ya!